Hey guys, HandBananaPvP here with another Monday video, another guide. Last week I said I was going to do a guide this Monday on the Leo's Rangers, aka the new Fire Lancers. Sadly, they're still bugged. We're still trying to work out some kinks with them. So until they get fixed, I don't want to make a guide on them because it would be really irrelevant. But one of my fans suggested the other day that my Winged Hussars guide is pretty outdated, which it is. It's about 3 months old. So I figured this week what we're going to do is we're going to go over the Winged Hussars again because I got some updated doctrine setups. Veterancy line's still about the same, but we're going to go over a bunch of other stuff like last week's video with the Imperial Pikes. We're going to go way more into detail. We're going to have categories, and I'm going to show you guys how to use this unit to its full effectiveness because it is super meta right now. The best cav in the game currently. So without further ado, let's get into the doctrines. For the purple doctrine, I chose to get the increased charge damage by 225 for my Winged Hussars. A breakthrough, increased movement speed by 6%. Very important. You have to get this doctrine to get the most out of this unit. Piercing damage, piercing defense, because they're kind of a squishy unit. So you really want to get that piercing defense so they take way less damage from range because they're a big target. Range can hit them very easily. If you don't have this, Epic increases charge damage by 225. I would recommend either a health doctrine, a blue health doctrine, or a piercing armor penetration doctrine. And that's what you're going to use for doctrines. Moving on to the veterancy here, guys, you're going to want to go 100% bottom line. There's a couple reasons for that. They get more defense on the bottom line. They get some percentage mitigation to melee and range. If you look at their defenses here, very low for a cav unit. And just going the bottom line for that extra tankiness is definitely needed. But overall, the biggest thing is the movement speed. They get a 10% increase in movement speed on the bottom line. And they get a quote-unquote unstoppable charge. Isn't fully true. They mostly just go through pike and spear brace. They go through some gunfire. Some certain guns. I mean, Janissaries can kind of still stun them because they got the stun in their trait. Pavis, bat and bolts, whatever. But if you look, their speed is an 8.7. So that's with the doctrine and the bottom line. And you definitely want to go bottom line so you can get that high speed. That means faster charges, higher damaging charges, surprising the enemy a lot more. And yeah, that's what you're going to want to do for their veterancy. We're going to move on to their abilities and traits. The first unit trait here, War Lances, is like the star feature of this unit. They have the longest lance out of any cav unit, and they can just go right through pike brace, right through halberd brace. And those War Lances, they can just destroy cavalry, which we're going to go over as well. Unit trait Swift, definitely true. They're very fast as far as lance cav units go. They're pretty fire resistant. And then you go down to their Hussar charge. Elite Winged Hussars will ignore the effect of brace spear/pike formations. So if your Winged Hussars are low level and you're leveling them, don't get discouraged because they seem like glorified couturiers. Because that's literally what they are until you get them elited. And then once you get them elited, they just go right through stalwarts. They're a great counter for stalwarts, great counter for pike militia. Don't run into Fortebraccios. Fortebraccios will destroy them, as well as Imperial Pikemen. Those are the two main counters to Winged Hussars, Imperial Pikemen and Fortebraccios. For Imp Pikes, what you want to do is wait for them to use their advance, and then once their advance is done, you can charge them and kill them. Fortebraccios, I would just avoid altogether, unless you got a good amount of your team with you and you were doing a big push and they get killed, then you can charge, but just really try to avoid those units. Okay, guys, so our first category here is going to be manipulating their formation. Hussars do not get the best formations ever. So right here, as you can see, I put them through a tunnel and then around the corner. And right when they turned that corner, I charged, and they charged in a big bunch. See, the thing about Hussars is they have these wide formations, and that's why it may seem like sometimes Hussars have a very low damaging charge. But it's not true at all. Not true in the slightest. Hussars have a very high damaging charge. It's just you need to get them in that big bunch in order for them to charge. And I'll show you one more time right here. Come down the bridge here. I see it's a bunch of low tier units. I don't see anything over tier 3 or no tier 4 definitely. All infantry, and I circle that corner and I see that big bunch, how I have my Hussars. And we get, actually, I think at the end of this, once I kill the last hero with my longbow, we ended up getting 7 kills here and saving this point. This point was completely lost. And this is something you can do with Hussars. Not all the time. I mean, it depends on the units that are there as well. But you just got to make sure that you're manipulating that formation, going around corners, trying to make it so they get in that bunch, considering they don't have a wedge. One more here for manipulating their formation. You see, I saw some of my Hussars coming around the corner. I manipulated their formation. One of them got lagged behind, but most of the Hussars charged in that pile. I saw there was a massive pile of heroes there. I ended up getting, I think, 5 hero kills and 2 assists on this one. But yeah, but it like Hussars do not have a low damaging charge. It's just the formations. You just got to get it right. I know it's so tough because it's especially for a new Cav player, but you got to use those corners. You got to use those alleyways to get them to charge how you want. Okay, guys, our next section here is going to be countering Cavalry, because Winged Hussars are the biggest cavalry counter in the game as far as Cav units are concerned. We have a whole unit of monastics trying to kill these ranged, and I flanked them, and as you can see, we just decimated an entire unit of monastics. The tankiest Cav unit in the game just killed. We have Keshiks here, and this was before the nerf. We got into the melee with them, and we just, we only lost 6 Hussars there. We just took on some Keshiks. We took on some monastics. I'm going to X my Hussars back at these Keshiks, because I know their return charge is about done. I'm going to hit V. This dual blade does get away, but as you can see, I killed 2 whole units of cavalry, a couple heroes, and I still have 11 Hussars left. That's amazing. They're awesome for countering cavalry. Another one here on Allenberg Siege attacking. I see this whole unit of, I think it's also Hussars, but I saw they charged already, and I got in there and with my charge, and we just killed that whole unit so fast. The thing about the Hussars is their lances are so long, and in those situations, the dispersed formation actually is an advantage, because they are hitting more Cav units, and they just do a crap load of damage to them. Okay, guys, this next section is flanking with Winged Hussars. Winged Hussars are the fastest, pretty much the fastest Lance Cav unit in the game. The Armored Lancers are a little faster now than them. But when it comes to flanking, Winged Hussars can be very effective. They can charge right at the enemy, but you can also flank to make some big plays. As you can see at the beginning of that clip, I was on that side by myself in this territory war fight. And as my team was distracting them on the other side, I flank charged, opened up that opportunity for my team, and we absolutely destroyed them on that point. This is the play style I love to do. I love to be the first one in. I love to be the first one to die. And it just goes with my play style so well. And we're going to get into a couple more flanks here. Another one here, guys, defending Harbor City. I only had 7 Hussars left for this flank. This is one of those units kind of like old Keshiks where you could have 5 Keshiks left and still do a bunch. Same with Hussars. If you have 5 to 7 Hussars left and you get a good flank off, like right here, I think I get like 40 unit kills or something, at the start. We get into this flank, just kill a bunch of units. We get an assist there. We still have 6 Hussars left. I'm on the longbow. I see there's a maul here, and then I shoot him in the back of the head, and I do the scatter arrow. But then I just keep my Hussars moving in melee. Just trying to, just get some kills at the end of this game here. That guy goes down. We get another kill with them. The one here attacking on Sun City. I see there's stalwarts here, and I just barely get the charge off in time here. And I'm like flanking inside by myself. I know this is not this is a very dangerous situation. I'm by myself. I have no team support. But this is like a high risk, high reward situation, which you can get with the Winged Hussars. I totally boofed it right there and missed like all of my shots. I'm not the best shortbow, but I'm trying to get better because I've seen shortbow do really good. And I have a lot of leadership in my light armor, so I'm trying to play more shortbow and longbow. We get the kill on this glaive here as well, because the Hussar melee is actually it's actually pretty good if you can get them in like a nice tight bunch. I'm sitting here like with 0 health. I'm just trying to get the hell away by now. I have a couple of teammates now, which is good. And then as I'm trying to get away, this dual blade comes right at me. And I don't know how I did it, but I just did like I did the roll into the stunning shot into another shot and killed him, and it was pretty funny. It was just like a pure reaction play. Okay, guys, this next section here is going to be called breaking the line, aka being the first one to enter the fight, opening up for your team. That's how I play Winged Hussars. That's how they're meant to be played. They're the Cav unit that charges first, ask questions later kind of cavalry, and then you got the other cavalry that kind of comes in behind, like your Keshiks, your monastics, things that can't get through pike brace. You're breaking the line for your team, and that's what I'm going to call this section. I got a bunch of clips for this section of me breaking through the line and just making so much impact on fights, like this one right here. completely saving that point that was completely hopeless just because I had the courage to charge my unit in when nobody else did. Be that person. Be the guy that eats in there. Be the guy that dies first. Be the hero. Our next clip up here for breaking the line. We have a huge push coming to the supply point while defending Harbor City. I get my Hussars on the side here, and I give them a very surprise play after I saw their Cavs charge. I didn't kill everything. I killed the hero. It was really good. But do you see all of those really low health units? And then even as the charge ended down the way, I got more kills. I mean, that's what this unit is all about. It breaks through that line. It weakens the enemy so the rest of your team can follow up. Because I mean, even though if you like, I'm running a 5-stack here, a 5-stack can only do so much. So you cannot control what the rest of the team does. But if you make a play like that, if you take the initiative, then it's going to be more likely that your team will follow. If you just kind of sit there and sit back like the rest of them, nothing's going to happen. Be aggressive, take risks, and make those plays. Another one here on Harbor City, defending the same area. I do the sneaky play of spawning my Hussars. I don't have time to get them into like a tight formation, but what I did here was I just opened up this huge opportunity for my team to just continue to just push these guys out. They were about to take that point, and they didn't because I did that. This one here was Season 4 on Friday Night Fights. As you can see here, or what you're going to see here, is I didn't get any kills with this charge. But you know what I did? I opened it up for my team. So I do the first charge. I get in there. I weaken some enemies. I take a pike walk. I think I took another pike walk on the other side. I'm just running around trying to figure out what to do. Then the rest of my team comes in and follows up, and they don't have anything to stop it. As you can see, they stop that cav charge, but another one comes from behind. In this one, their team just explodes. Look at that screen. All those deaths. And that's what you can do with Winged Hussars. I have always been, took pride in being the first one to charge in. Even if I don't get all the kills, I don't care. I know that I set that up for my team right there, and we killed their whole team, and that was a big reason why we won. This one here was on Reginopolis last season. I do the sneaky play of spawning my cav unit here. They're coming up, trying to do a last push. And what I always do, I get my Hussars bunched up in this tunnel. I charge, kill a bunch of units, get a hero kill. The rest of my team comes in behind and just cleans it up. And that's what you can do with this unit. Be aggressive. Make those plays, I say again. Another one here in Territory War. I did the super long distance charge as I want to break this line for my team to be able to consolidate on this point. I think I get 70-something kills here. I open that up. I'm yelling in comms. You can't hear it, but I'm yelling, charge, charge, charge. Everybody go in. And then right here, everybody starts to go in, and we just clean that stuff up. And I love being in that position. I love being that guy that just opens it up for my team, and we won the match here, and it was great. Another one here on Territory War. We got a huge kill box sitting on this X point. I charge right into all the pikes, all the forts. I get a hero kill, open it up for my team. The enemy team doesn't know what to do. Their stuff's getting killed left and right, and we just get in here and clean up the rest of this point. That's what I mean when I say be aggressive. Break that line. Use the Hussars like they're meant to be used. Don't sit back. Be aggressive. Get those kills. And we end up winning this match. And it was a great play. This one here is an oldie but a goodie. This was when I was like level 600. But I charged my Winged Hussars right in there on this point. There was like no hope for my team to even get a shred of, hope of getting this point. I get in there with them all. I'm spinning. I'm winning, and I'm just cleaning it up with melee. I grab this guy, and the rest of my team's like, oh, okay, now we can push. These are things you can do if you play your units aggressive. You can make people do things without having to talk to them, and it's really fun. This next clip was in Territory War on Residina and Anadolu. I charged my Winged Hussars in there, and I got a hero kill. I just got a bunch of unit kills, and I weakened their whole push there. They were about to push up and take that home point, but I stopped it, and I'm going to grab my other cav so I can do it again. This one here, another Territory War clip. This was last season as well. What I do here is I charge my Winged Hussars into this home point hold here. They wanted to hold our spawn point. I weaken the enemy. The rest of my boys jump in with their cav, and we just do a group charge. Right here, I get my Keshiks out. I'm just going to show you the rest of this here because this is what you can do. Just break the line with those Hussars. We get the Keshiks out, and then we do another charge here, and we just start breaking apart this spawn camp. And as you can see, I got another hero kill, a couple hero kills, and we took back that point, and we ended up winning this at the end. Last one here for breaking the line, an oldie but a goodie. I charged the home point here. We're defending a keep here. I get 2 hero kills right off the rip, a bunch of unit kills. I'm just getting assists. Opened it up for my team. The rest of my team comes in and just cleans up the rest of this point. And, I was running over here trying to kill this musket, get all the hero kills I can. He goes down, and we go on to win this fight because I initiated with the Hussars. Always be the initial one if you bring winged Hussars. Hussars, then monos, Keshigs, everything comes behind and cleans it up. This next section here, guys, is going to be making impact plays. This same play from earlier. This is an impact play, and I mean just high risk, high reward playing. I didn't know whether or not I was going to be able to do anything here to save this point. It was a huge risk. I mean, their whole team was there. But you know what? I analyzed the units. I saw it was all infantry. I didn't see any pikes. And I was able to make the play and save the point. I ended up losing all my Hussars. But hey, 7 hero kills, almost 100 unit kills. I'll take it. Another impact play here on Allenberg defending. The A point is about to get capped. I charge my winged Hussars in there. I get a hero kill. I get an assist. I have a decision here to make. Should I just go back to supply point? No. I'm going to finish this up here. I see an opportunity to go outside and kill the rest of these units and these heroes. I see these Pavis coming. They turn right around, which was a massive mistake. And I use the Hussars melee, which is very good if you micromanage them properly. Kill the rest of those Pavis. That's a T5 unit. That's another unit out of the fight. I'm going back. This time I'm like, okay, now I'm going to go inside. But I see this glaive here, and I'm like, well, why not? I still have 14 Hussars alive. It's got major value out of them. I'm going to try to kill this guy too. And I micro my Hussars around. He has nowhere to go, and he ends up going down, and the play is made. Another one from the formations earlier. I got my Hussars here. I get them in that nice tight bunch. This is a high risk, high reward play because I don't know exactly what units are in there, but I see they're distracted and they're in a bunch. I get 5 hero kills and X amount of unit kills. I don't even know. But we just completely stopped that charge to the supply point, and we got the clock ticking. And it was a great play for my team. Another one here on Harbor City defending. I'm basically by myself. I think I got like one Nodachi here with me, but there's a bunch of their team coming to the supply point, and everybody else is preoccupied. So I get my Hussars around the corner. I get a nice charge off. I'm trying to kill this guy, but the Hussar melee takes him down. This longsword, I get a nice back of the head shot to finish him off. This spear, I'm trying to kill this guy because I know I'm low health, and spears are very dangerous, very high damaging. I pull a little whoopsie-doo on him right here where he tries to ult me, but I use my dash, and then the Hussar melee kills him. That was a cool little play there. I love doing those plays where it's like, like style points. It's really fun to make plays like that. Right here, I'm just trying to kill this last yeoman that they had or whatever, just so it doesn't kill me because I'm at like literally 0 health. But I keep going. I keep playing aggressive. When you play aggressive and you learn to be aggressive and you're fine in that situation, you get a lot better as a player. There's this musket trying to get away. I shot him in the head. I shot him on the ground. Hussar melee finishes him off, and the play is made. Supply points saved, and where it was a great play for my team. This one here during Territory War, I load in, and I am like the only one in here. My housemates are still loading into the battle. And there's a couple guys out here kind of struggling a little bit. I do a Hussar charge as they're trying to cap this home point. There's some Keshigs here. We just absolutely devour them. We have a unit of spear sergeants sitting on the point that just die, pretty much all die, or they're all low health. And it was just enough time to save that point for my team to get in here and we win this fight. This next one, guys, on Valley Fortress defending. This is an extremely high risk, high reward impact play. I charge my Hussars over the supply point. I briefly analyzed the troops. I didn't think there was any Imperial pikes, and there actually was, and I just hit them so fast and so surprisingly that they had no idea what to do and they couldn't get their advance off, which was good for me. We got a couple hero kills there. Still on this point because I'm like, oh, might as well finish the fight. My Hussars are in the red. They're probably going to die anyways, but it was huge. I got like 100 kills there. We're just pushed them off the supply point, which is great for the clock. Resetting them, getting them all in respawn. There's this dual blade here that's left. He's trying to get away, and I just barely get him in the back, and he goes down. This next one here is another oldie but a goodie. We're on Allenberg defending. The point is almost capped. I just barely get in there with my spear charge. I do a Hussar charge. I get a hero kill. I get my the rest of my team to push on this point. It goes from hopeless to probable, and I am just getting in there, just trying to save this point as much as I possibly can. We got Reapers on the point. I'm just dancing around. I do eventually die here, but I get another hero kill right before I die. But it was just enough time for my team to get on the point. As you can see here, the cav charge comes behind, and we do go on to win this match. This next one here was on Allenberg Siege attacking. There was so many enemies at the supply point, and I just did an absolute yeet charge right into it. Unfortunately, as always, I get trebbed, and all of my Hussars die from it. But we get a nice hero kill. We get like 70-something troop kills. Absolutely completely disturbed their whole counter, their whole defense, and I got a bunch of unit kills. So we lower that unit count, and the rest of my team comes in and cleans up. It was awesome. Another impact play here on Valley Fortress defending. This is a great spot to charge with Hussars. You can go right down the stairs. I did the charge. Thank God the 40s. It's unbraced. They braced and then unbraced, and I got very lucky there. And this was just like a super yeet. I just went down there, got a bunch of kills, completely stopped this push. I ended up getting a hero kill right here on that mall. I go down here a little more, and I'm meleeing with my Hussars. There's like Azaps and a bunch of other stuff. I believe I get the kill on this Nodachi. Yes, I do. And then I go in here in the Bone Breaker into the Spear, and he goes down as well. One more impact play clip for you here. This point was completely hopeless. Couldn't be saved until I charged my Winged Hussars on there. There was mostly heroes on the point, and I got them all to super low health. Got a couple more assists there. And then I kind of get in trouble. I got two of them chasing me, but I'm just trying to wait it out, and get away. And I'm just microing my Hussars in that direction, so I kill the hero. The other one runs away, and we save that point for our team. Guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun making this video. I encourage y'all to join my Discord. The link will be down below in the video description. And, of course, since this is a Monday video, there is going to be a giveaway attached to it to win a $10 Steam gift card. To enter this giveaway, you are going to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and with your original comment, if you want to say something nice about the video, I really appreciate it. But you can put this with your comment, yes or no. Would you guys like to see Reginopolis and Conqueror City be added back to the Siege map rotation? I am going to take the data from these comments as well and send them over to the devs, because I think it's getting pretty stale Siege-wise, and I would really like to see some of those maps like Conqueror City and Reginopolis be put back in Siege rotation. Maybe like the old boat map in Season 4. That was cool too. Feels a little stale to me this season, so put that in your comment below, and you will be entered to the giveaway, which I will draw in a few days from now to win a $10 Steam gift card. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. There's going to be a hell of a lot more of these in the future. Thank you, people. I love you. Have a good one.